What's up, Internet? You're tuning in episode 151 of Nintendo Noise, Lit Screen Games' weekly Nintendo podcast. I'm your host, Pete and Bessie, joined today by my very good friend and co-host, Miss Sierra Plus Ultra.
Hey, P, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, bud, and I'm real excited for this one. We got a special episode planned for the two of us today. Of course, you and I are the two big Pokemon fans on the channel, and I thought, for episode 151, we got to do something Pokemon
Oh, yeah.
related, right? I
Can
mean,
you
come on.
imagine? I would have missed opportunity if we didn't.
We have to celebrate the original 151 Pokemon, of course. So I had an insane idea that you were extremely immediately right there with me that you wanted to do it.
Instantly.
So I'm so pleased because I thought it was going to be a controversial suggestion, but we're going to do an ultimate bracket, everybody. There it is for you YouTube viewers. This is one you might want to follow along with on YouTube if you're an audio listener usually, because we are going to have a visual of our 151 original Pokemon bracket. We have every single Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow on a bracket here. There are a truly insane number of seeds if you look at this thing. If you're over on YouTube, I'm scrolling out so you can see just how many brackets there are here. It's nuts. But it's going to be a great time. And in the interest of keeping this, somewhat, I don't want to go quick, but I want to make sure it doesn't take us like 5 hours to do this. And,
Yeah,
we decided that the best way to do that is we're going to do our best to limit deliberation unless there's a disagreement about which Pokemon should move forward. So if we're both on the same page about who we want to head to the next bracket, we're just going to pick them and move on and wait to talk about them when they're up against another Pokemon that we feel like needs debate. And if we want to give like a kind word about the loser, we can do that in passing.
right, right.
So there's our rules. I'm ready to jump into it. How about you, Sierra?
Yeah, let's just get it cracking.
All right. This first one's a fun one. Hitmonchan versus Tentacruel is our first seed. For me, it's definitely Tentacruel. I love Tentacruel.
Shit. Remember how we said we should only deliberate if we
Let's
petty
go!
disagree?
That is what you come for on this podcast, is debate. So I love it. Let's start with our first debate. You want Hitmonchan. What's your argument for Hitmonchan?
But I'm also easily swayed. I think that the problem
It's a dangerous combination, the two of us, because I'll make like a 3-minute pitch and you'd be like, yeah, sure.
My motto in life is have a strong opinion about 3 things, and Pokemon is not one of those topics. Um, I because the thing is I was gonna say, Hitmonchan. However, Tentacruel is much larger and scarier in size. So, and I think also there's a type advantage, not an explicit type advantage, but is there water against fighting?
No, not in that way.
Yeah, right.
I
Right,
I
I knew
do
this.
think I do think that Tentacruel's typing is really cool. Like, there aren't a ton of water poison Pokemon, and I don't know. I like him a lot. He's got a cool
Yeah,
design.
yeah, yeah.
He's very strong, very defensively oriented. He's got a cool move pool. I
Let's
like
go Ten
Hitmonchan,
let's
but
go Tentacruel.
all right,
Yeah,
let's do it.
yeah.
All right. So next up, we have Dragonair versus Seal.
This is so sad because I love, Water Puppy, but Dragonair.
Yeah, same. I like both of these Pokemon a lot. I think they both have good designs, but Dragonair is just like such a sick design.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't
Oh,
ignore.
I know.
It's also a better Pokemon.
Yeah, Haunter.
Haunter versus Graveler is up next. I'm
Just
right there with you. Yeah.
yes. Okay, sorry, I'll let you read out the seed and then we'll pick.
Yeah,
I got excited.
if
Die.
you are ready right out the gate, that's good. Just let me hit the seed first for the
Yeah,
audio
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
But yeah, Haunter versus Graveler. I don't think there's any debate here. Interesting to see these two matched up considering they're both some of the link trade Pokemon though. I always
Yeah.
think of them as being in like the same camp, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Geodude line has nothing on the Gengar line. Come on. Speaking of which, next up we got Caterpie versus Ghastly.
Listeners, you're gonna be upset because I'm gonna go off vibes for a lot of these. I don't remember any of their stats from Gen
Oh, that's
1 when
fine. No, I don't think it
I
has to
was
be like
what, 7, 9 years old? I have no idea.
Yeah,
But
I don't think it should be about, like, who's the better Pokemon on paper as much as just which one you like more. I'm totally going on vibes.
oh,
I
amazing,
might bring
okay.
up those things as part of why I like a Pokemon, but yeah, there's plenty I'm going with just on vibes.
Okay, so Caterpie for
I
me.
also am picking Caterpie, let's
Ah,
go.
let's go, okay.
Yeah, I love Caterpie. I think it's a fantastic design, you
I
know?
know. So baby. Ghastly's a stinker.
Yeah, Ghastly is, like, the only one of that line that isn't cool,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay, this next one sucks. This is immediately very upsetting for me. It's Starmie versus Squirtle. I
Squirtle?
I wanna go Squirtle for sure, because the Blastoise line's those are my favorite, but literally have a
Right.
Squirtle neon sign behind me, but damn, I love Starmie. That's such a bummer to get it bounced so early,
I know, that's unfortunate.
but yeah,
Army's a good one.
I gotta go Squirtle though. Okay, next up, we got Jinx versus Dodrio. A Dodrio for me.
Yeah, Dodrio for me as well. These are 2 Pokemon I'm not particularly passionate about. However, if I had to pick, I would go for Cerebus Bird.
Yeah, same. Again, I think it's just like, Dodrio is just a cool Pokemon as much as it's not one of my favorites, and Jinx is just a Pokemon probably best forgotten.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is another fun one. Okay, it's Muck versus Venusaur. I'm gonna say Venusaur, but Muck is also really cool. He's a great Pokemon.
Is this really the original sprite for Venusaur?
So these are the original sprites. These are the ones from Red and
Red and
Green
blue? Oh, red and
version.
green. I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's why." Why is Venusaur so
So
long?
funky looking. Yeah.
It's so tall.
Yeah, I
Oh
found a
my
pre-made
god.
bracket, and I was so pleased that it used like the most ridiculous sprites for
Oh,
all these
yeah.
Pokemon. Because some of them look like
Wow.
exactly the same almost, and then some of them are like totally different. It's very
Oh, I
funny.
know. That is wild. I never seen Venusaur like that.
He looks so like he's getting squished. He's like very flat.
Someone's, like, wringing him out by the trunk by the trunk, and there's not even supposed to be a trunk for the flower. It's not even a tree.
Yeah, it definitely looks like the tree is like he's getting crushed under the weight of it or something.
Yeah.
Like
He's like, "Ugh."
all right. Next up, we got Sandshrew versus Arcanine. That's a bummer.
Evil. This is so fucking evil.
Because Sandshrew is, I mean, like, I think it's clearly Arcanine, but I
Yes,
I love Sandshrew. He's
me too.
adorable.
I love Sandshrew, but yeah, like, objectively Arcanine cooler.
Arcanine is just one of the coolest Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Like ever. And it's also like, regularly been a top competitive Pokemon. It's like Arcanine's sick. We can't deny that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of love for Sandshrew though. Yo, what is this Ekans sprite?
That is terrible. Why is his jaw unhinged? I guess that's anatomically correct
I guess, yeah, it's
for a
unhinging its
face,
jaw.
but it's not, my brain correct.
That doesn't look like a friend to me,
It does not neither do Kakuna looks like a hitman. I'm very
Yeah.
alarmed.
Oh,
Well, this
Kakuna versus Ekans. Do you have a vote?
oh, shit. No, I don't. I don't think I do. I mean, if I'm trying to remember what they actually look like in my head.
In your
Okay.
head rather than these nightmare sprites?
Yeah. Nightmare Be Gone. Ekans, I
Yeah, I
guess.
would I would go with Ekans.
Yeah.
I don't love Kakuna.
Arbok is way cooler than Beedrill if it comes down to that.
Yeah, that's true. Abra versus Magneton. This is
Abra.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, 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 you're good. I'm in agreement with you. I like Magneton a lot, but I think Abra's cool. Butterfree versus Goldeen. I'm inclined to say Butterfree.
Me as well.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Fun one. Bulbasaur versus Rhyhorn.
They both look like they ate too many bees. They look like they ate a lot of bees. The sprites are really making this even more fun. I was really looking forward to this, but the sprites are just making this insane. 'Cause I feel bad, I'm also judging how they look.
Honestly,
Bulbasaur.
when I saw this, I was like, "This couldn't be better."
Yeah,
Like,
this
I
is
knew that you were gonna get a kick out of some of these.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But yeah, Bulbasaur for me.
Yeah, this one sucks because this is another one where, like, I really like Rhyhorn, but, like, Bulbasaur is such a heavy hitter that, like, it's more that I'm bummed to see Rhyhorn get bumped this early than it is that I don't wanna pick Bulbasaur, but
Yeah,
it's Bulbasaur.
totally.
Okay. So Duo versus Sandslash. I feel like this is our chance to make up for Sandshrew and vote for Sandslash.
Yeah, Sandslash for me.
Love Sandslash. Okay. Next up, we got Vileplume versus Mr. Mime.
Vileplume off of principle alone.
Yeah, I prefer Vileplume, I would say.
Yeah.
I literally just did a playthrough of what is it? Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it. It's this Pokemon Yellow ROM hack. I'm actually gonna make a video about it sooner or later. I can't think of it right now. I think it's like Legendary Edition or some shit like that, but I'll throw it in the description down below if you want to check it out. It's really good. And I had a Vileplume on my team for like the first time ever where I use it as like my main grass type, or maybe not ever, but at least in a very long time. And
Mhm.
yeah, made me have a lot more appreciation for it as a Pokemon.
Nice.
I'm happy to put that one forward. All right. This is a good one. Executor versus Lapras.
Lapras.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to let my water bias win out on this one and say Lapras.
Nice.
Okay. Scyther versus Diglett. I'm going to go with Scyther.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Diglett.
Yeah, Diglett's cool, but oh, okay. This is a fun one.
Ooh.
Magikarp versus Krabby.
They're both, weak little guys, but I think Magikarp is so much cuter, and then it
Yeah,
evolves into Gyarados.
yeah, I think I'm gonna give it the edge for those reasons too, but Krabby is like definitely a Pokemon I have a lot of affection for too. I
Oh,
think he's
really? Oh,
yeah, because like I really like him in Kingler. I think he's really cute because he's like such a like, like you said, he's such like a weak little guy, and then he turns into this like friggin' beefcake with his giant claw.
yeah.
He's a fun Pokemon, but I'm definitely a big Gyarados fan, and I keep Goldfish, so I'm gonna go with
Aw.
Magikarp. Okay, Seadra versus Golduck. I'm gonna say Golduck for me. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. All right, up Horsey versus Metapod.
Oh, this is hard. They're both little beans. Is there one that sticks out more for you?
I think I would probably go Horsey because Metapod obviously iconic, but I just think Horsey's really cute.
Yeah, let's go Horsey.
I actually like it better than Seadra too, so that's great. Okay, Dugong versus Zapdos. I'm going hard for Zapdos on this one. Zapdos is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. Ooh, Farfetch versus Rhydon.
This is legitimately hard.
Yeah, this is tough. I really like both of these Pokemon. I think Rhydon is like a really sick design, and it has like I think like a cool place in history as like the first Pokemon that was designed, it's like in that original like pitch drawing that they always like, people always share around and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
and like the substitute, right, is like based on Rhydon for that reason and stuff like that. And
Aw, okay. I didn't know
um
that.
yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I feel
Um,
like I feel like I'm inclined to vote Rhydon, but I do think Farfetch'd is really cool and super funny. Um, so I'm like, I don't know. How do you feel?
I'm leaning right on. I do love Farfetch'd, but I am obsessed with Surfetch'd way more. I feel more passionately about a Pokemon
Yeah.
light years from when Farfetch'd would exist than I do about actual Farfetch'd. So, just going based off what's in front of me, definitely right on.
Okay. I'm good with that. Ooh, Dratini versus Pidgeot.
Oh, I hate this. I
Yeah,
legitimately hate this one,
this is
and
hard.
here's why. Dratini, I love my dragons, so, um, I would go Dratini, but, I grew up watching the anime, so, Pidgeot is, like, a true ride or die for Ash, and, like, I think about the Pokemon's personality, like, I'm thinking about that
Totally.
Pidgeot in the anime, so I
I
wouldn't be mad either way,
Me
but
neither, and I think I'm with you where it's like I like both of these Pokemon, and I have arguments for both of them, and I think they also are they each have Pokemon in their line that I am more passionate about as an individual.
really?
I
Okay.
really like Dragonair Dragonite a
Dragonite?
lot, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dragonite's a Pokemon I would imagine will get very far in this unless it has a bad seed. Um, and yeah, Dragonair I think is like a very, very iconic design, and it gets used a lot because it's so, like, majestic and pretty and, like, it has that, like, very mystical vibe to it, whereas, like, Dratini is, like, the cute baby version of that, and I very
Yeah,
much appreciate that, um, but it's definitely, I think, like, the one in that line I have the least individual passion for, and, like, with
right,
Pidgeot, I'd say it's probably number 2 because like, Pidgeotto is, I think just a more iconic design because of how long Ash's Pidgeot, it was a Pidgeotto up until its last appearance, right? So
right.
it's like, that's what you think of more. So it's like I could kind of go either way. I don't know. Do you have a gut reaction?
I'm gonna say Pidgeot.
Okay, I'm good with that. Let's go with that.
Alright.
I'm happy to defer on that one. Magmar versus Tentacool. I'm saying Magmar.
Yeah, it's fine, I'm not crazy about either of these, so
I love
either one.
Tentacool, not a big Tentacool guy, so I'm good with that.
Oh,
P-
this is evil.
Pidgey versus Growlithe.
Oh, god.
Yeah, I'm inclined to say Growlithe.
Yeah,
You know, Pidgey again, great Pokemon, great line. But here's the better one, Pidgeotto. Okay, so
Pidgeotto.
Pidgeotto versus coughing. I'm gonna say Pidgeotto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, Clefable versus Zubat. Clefable, easy.
Clefable.
Yeah, definitely. Poliwhirl versus Clefairy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Poliwhirl, I think.
I was gonna say Clefairy.
All right, let's lay out our cases. Why Clefairy for you?
Vibes. I don't have a good argument. I just think, I don't know, Clefairy is very cute. It later goes on to be a fairy type, but I guess we're going off Gen 1.
I mean,
I
if you wanna, like I think that's fine. That's a fine factor if that matters to you. Because I'm not thinking about this, like, specifically in the context of, like, 1998. It's just like,
okay,
these
great,
Pokemon,
okay.
right? So, I think that's cool. That's part of
Yeah.
your reasoning.
Yeah, just I feel stronger about Clefairy than I do Poliwhirl.
I think for me, I like Clefairy a lot. I do think Clefable is, like, the Pokemon I prefer among the 2, and that one already
Really?
got pushed forward. Yeah, because I mean, like, I think Clefairy is more iconic in terms of, like, its usage in the anime and, like, manga and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Clefable, I think, is just, like, a cool Pokemon. Like, I like a lot of the, I feel that way about Raichu, right? Where it's like, yeah, like, Pikachu's cute and everything, but, like, Raichu's also really cool and really cute and, like, is underrepresented as a result of its younger form being more popular. And
Yeah.
I've always liked Clefable, and, like, it had a really, really cool usage, in competitive for a couple different seasons, and it's still a pretty relevant Pokemon,
Mhm.
depending on when you're playing, I guess. But, yeah, with Poliwhirl, I feel like Poliwhirl is, like, the most iconic Pokemon from that line, like, back in the day, right? Like, it was, one of Red's main Pokemon in the manga, and it was, like, very prominently featured in, a lot of marketing material and stuff back in the day, back when there was only 151 Pokemon. It was like just random jobbers would like get put on merch and stuff all the time. So like I've always like heavily associated him with like that era of Pokemon. And I just like, I don't know. I like him. I have a lot of affection for his design and I like Poliwrath and Politoed. Um,
I love Politoed. Oh my god,
he's
so
adorable.
cute.
So I don't know. I'd go Poliwhirl.
You can go Poliwhirl.
All right, cool. All right, Kingler versus Victory Bell.
Kingler.
I really like both of these Pokemon. Honestly, that I was kind of leaning more towards Victory Bell, but I love that you came out with Kingler, so I'm just gonna say let's go with Kingler
Okay.
because I love him. I'm happy to see him move forward.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Nidorina female and Magnemite. I'm gonna say Nidorina.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all the Magnemite line bounced, which is a bummer, but here we are. Okay, Alakazam versus Nidoqueen.
This is legitimately hard.
This is a tough
Uh,
one. Definitely a tough one.
and that's
Um,
Alakazam.
okay. Yeah, that's kind of where
Is
I was.
that
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's Alakazam,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
not Kadabra.
I just never used the Nidorina line ever, and then so I don't really technically have an attachment.
Yeah, I'm more of
But
a
I'm like,
Nidoking fan, you know?
"Oh,
Like,
really? Okay."
yeah, like I played Blue, and if my memory is serving, I because I can't remember if that's actually the same in this one or if I'm conflating this with Yellow, but either way, um, I had a Nidoran in my, like, first playthrough. Like, I had a Nidoking as one of my, like, main Pokemon back then. So it's, like, always a Pokemon I've had a lot of affection for. And it's not that I don't like Nidoqueen. I used her in competitive for a couple seasons where she was, like, a mainstay of a couple of my different teams, but,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I just think Alakazam is, like, a more iconic Pokemon overall.
Right. I agree.
Cool. Especially back in the day. Oh, this stinks.
Oh, you
Slowpoke versus Raichu. These are 2 of my favorite Pokemon.
Really? Okay, both
Yeah,
of them, okay.
I love both of these guys. I said earlier, right, I think Raichu is, like, unfortunately very underrepresented because of Pikachu, and I think it's such a good design. I really like the way that it is different than Pikachu, you know, and that, like, he's like, even as Pikachu's gotten, like, slimmer and slimmer and slimmer, Raichu has this very, like, just big white belly, you know, like, I
Yes.
love him. I love him. Like, I think he's so cute and, like, absolutely a Pokemon that I'm like, I would want a Raichu more than I would want a Pikachu, personally.
Mm.
And I love Slowpoke. I think his whole thing is so funny. I love all of his evolutions. Like, the Galarian form's awesome. Like, Slowpoke is awesome. I love Slowpoke. I do also prefer Slowbro. So I'm kind of like leaning towards maybe putting Raichu ahead and then maybe trying to go to bat for Slowbro later. But
Alright. Raichu, I love. Just between these 2, like, I've used Slowpoke more, but, like, I do love Raichu. I'm a stinker. I don't evolve my Pikachu just like in the show, but it's become a thing that's been, like, out of habit, and
yeah,
not just, like, blatant, like, defiance. So, yeah, I would love to put Raichu forward.
hell yeah. Oh, Eevee
What?
versus Charmander.
They both look fucked up.
Charmander's little three fingies.
I know. Charmander looks more dinosaur-like than lizard-like.
Yeah, and Eevee just looks grouchy as hell.
Eevee is not Eevee. That is this looks so crazy.
It looks like an angry lapdog.
Yes. Like an angry fennec fox,
Yes.
which is what another Pokemon actually is. It's just Eevee just looks like a bastardized version of that. Charmander with your Land Before Time ass.
Oh my god, he does have that.
Fucking Littlefoot ass.
Alright, oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna say Eevee, I think. I know that will get a lot of people will wanna kill me for that, but
Really? You're gonna go Eevee?
I am Charmander's my least favorite of the 3. I like Charmander. I don't dislike Charmander at all. But oh my god, Sarah just audibly went, "Wow," upstairs.
Yeah, because like, Charmander is just
He's that guy.
to me, is more iconic between him and Eevee. Charmander evolves into Charizard. Charizard is, like, I'd say second in command to Pikachu as, like, most popular Pokemon. I'd say the big
Sure.
3 are, like, Pikachu, Charizard, Gengar. Um, Charmander is just He's such an iconic little guy, and I know that Eevee, like, can go on and evolve into, like, a bunch of really cute Pokemon and, like, Umbreon is, like Umbreon, however you pronounce it.
I always say
Like,
Umbreon.
Umbreon, okay, Umbreon's, like, one of my favorites. However, like, Charmander to Charmeleon to Charizard is just, like, what a heavy-hitting, like, trio of Pokemon. So, that is my case for Charmander.
You won me over. I'm gonna say
Okay.
Charmander. Let's do it. I'm letting my bias as a water guy show too hard on that vote maybe. So
So they're
I'll
having us do the whole left side before the right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we're back at the top now. So I guess what we're probably gonna do is do each individual bracket because it'll be they're broken down into like four larger brackets. So we'll
Okay.
probably do the entirety of one quadrant and then the entirety of another quadrant and then on and on.
Gotcha, okay.
So all right, so our first matchup here is Tentacruel versus Dragonair.
I'm gonna go Dragonair.
Ooh. Uh, okay. I want to go Tentacruel, but I acknowledge that it's very close, so I think I'll just defer to you on that one, and we'll
Okay.
go with Dragonair. Haunter, Caterpie, Haunter.
Haunter.
Sorry, Caterpie. Squirtle, Dodrio, Squirtle.
Squirt yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna waste time on that.
Weaseling.
Oh
No.
no,
Oh,
Venusaur, Arcanine. Ugh.
I'm gonna go Arcanine.
Uh, I want to go Venusaur on this one. Um, I just feel like for me, Venusaur is a Pokemon that I have more of a relationship to, as much as I like Arcanine a lot. Arcanine is a red version Pokemon. I was a blue version kid first. So I've used it less than I've used Venusaur probably. And I just think Venusaur, like that whole line is really, really solid. I think it has an exceptional design, like through each layer of it. It's like the only one of the like original three starter Pokemon and I think I'm right about this. That's been relevant in like every competitive generation to some degree.
Really?
Yeah, because there's been times where Charizard was really bad. There's been most of the time where Blastoise has been very mid. There are plenty of times where Charizard has been an extremely dominant Pokemon as well, but there's a couple generations where that was definitely not the case. And Venusaur has always been like a very, very stable, solid Pokemon. You know, it's like I don't know. I love how versatile it is. You know, it's like it's got a really great move pool and just a lot of really cool things going for it. And I know Arcanine like has that status as like a pseudo legendary, and it's like just such a cool design to have like a giant lion dog. Um, but I also feel like Venusaur's design is like more unique because it like feels less influenced by like real world myths, right? Which like Arcanine is clearly inspired by. Like,
Oh,
you
but
know,
that's so cool. Ah, but I see what you mean.
how about if
Mm.
I haven't won you over, I say coin flip.
No, you have won me over. What
Okay,
I was gonna say is my only argument for Arcanine was, like, cool and cute baby. It's just, like, really badass, extreme speed, like, it does a lot of cool stuff,
it
but, like,
does.
I don't have as strong of an attachment to Arcanine as you do to Venusaur, so I'm happy to defer to you on this
Awesome.
one.
This is a tough one. Don't get me wrong.
That
Like
is that
Arcanine
sucks.
rules, but yeah, I gotta go Venusaur for me personally. Abra versus Ekans Guttermouth. I'm gonna say Abra.
Abra,
Okay, cool. Butterfree versus Bulbasaur. I'd say Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur,
Cool. Sandshrew versus Vileplume. Oh,
Sandslash.
Sandslash. Excuse me. You're right.
Yes. I was gonna say, like, Sandslash is my choice.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, Lapras versus Scyther.
Fucking hell.
Both like really cool, iconic late game Pokemon, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fuck. Labras's baby, Scyther is cool. How do
Yeah,
you
totally. It's like it's that
cool
it's
baby.
100% that dichotomy of like, I don't know. It's like I think I'm inclined to lean towards Scyther just because I think my like my soft beef with Lapras has always been that Lapras is such a cool Pokemon, but it's never been that good. And
No,
it's never been
absolutely
that
not.
usable. Like, it's like he's even when you get it in Gen 1, by the time you get it, it's so late in the game that it's, like, very underpowered at the level they give it to you, and, like, the way you'd catch it in Gen 2 was, like, in this, like, very cool moment, but it's, like, a thing you'd have to go to this specific room on, like, a Friday, and it's just, like I just feel like you d aside from when the Orange Islands arc of the anime, where, like, they were riding a Lapras all the time and then disappeared, they never saw it again, it's, like, you just don't get a lot of Lapras play.
Yeah, and I am actually using or was using a Lapras late game in, Scarlet Violet in the Indigo Disc
Mhm,
DLC, and, I picked up a Lapras because I was trying to get type coverage with whatever I could find in the dome,
mhm.
and I was like, "Why did I commit to this? Because Lapras, baby, you're not cutting it." Like, you can't like,
Yeah.
that Y is just so bad, and just, like, water ice, which would technically be helpful for, like I had to go up against a dragon trainer, but, like, she, like, barely held her weight,
Ice is just
so
such a rough type to be, It's like
yeah.
it's like Lapras would definitively be better if it was just a water Pokemon, you know?
Yes.
And
Yep.
it's like Scyther is so cool, it's also extremely good, like,
Yeah.
in lower level play, and Scizor is awesome and iconic and one of the first steel types, like, I think Scyther is just sick.
Okay, let's go Scyther.
Alright, cool. Magikarp versus Golduck. I love both of these goofy boys.
Are you leaning a certain way? Because 'Cause I'm leaning Magikarp.
If you're leaning Magikarp, I'm down to defer to that one because I'm kind of in the middle on these 2.
Alright.
I really like them both. Zapdos versus Horsey, I'm gonna go Zapdos.
Yes. Sorry, horsey.
Yeah, Zapdos is gonna make it deep in this one for me. I love Zapdos. Pidgeot versus Rhydon. I am a big Pidgeot guy. I'm inclined to say Rhydon. I think it's overall a cooler design, and I think that, like, it's kind of like status as the original Pokemon is something that, like, I've always thought makes it really cool. Um, but I can hear the other side because I really do love Pidgeot.
The other side is just I think Pidgeot is baby, so let's go right on.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright. Right on. Magmar versus Growlithe. Growlithe?
Growlithe.
Definitely. Cool.
There's no contest here, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Magmar's kinda goofy. Ooh, this is tough. I'm sorry, Pidgeotto versus Clefable. Uh,
I
I
could go either way.
I'm kinda leaning Clefable.
Alright.
I like Pidgeotto a lot, obviously a very iconic Pokemon, but I love Clefable. Kingler versus Poliwhirl.
Poliwhirl.
Okay, I agree.
More iconic to me.
Yeah. Alakazam versus Nidorina. I'm gonna say Alakazam.
Alakazam.
Raichu versus Charmander.
Motherfucker.
I wanna go Raichu on this one.
I made that whole passionate argument for Charmander, and now I'm buckling. I still like Charmander better, but, like,
We could go to a coin flip
right?
if you're not sure, because like, it's totally I get it. I very much get having, that strong of an opinion on Charmander.
I'm imagining that they're both in front of me right now. Who whose feelings will be hurt the most if I don't pick them?
Oh, that's not fair. There's a whole episode about Charmander being abandoned in the anime.
What if well, we're gonna assume it's not the same Charmander. It's a
That's
different
true.
Charmander.
That's true.
Conf that does not have any, like, completely, like, fresh out the egg.
Okay, blank
It
slate.
barely barely any sense of self.
I just feel
It's
like
just
Raichu's gotta have an inferiority complex, you know? With Pikachu being, like, the most popular Pokemon in universe.
I do think oh, fuck, they'd both be I'm like, "Who's the cuddliest?" Like, "Fuck, they both are!"
Yeah.
Raichu.
Raichu's
Raichu.
got that big white belly, Charmander's got his little tail, like, yeah,
Yeah.
good cuddle
Ugh,
for either.
ouch.
Alright,
That
I'm
hurt.
glad to see it. Oh, no, this is bad.
This is easy for me.
Oh, really? Dragonair versus
Yeah,
Haunter, who do you go?
Dragonair.
Oh, really? Okay.
This isn't Dragonair versus Gengar, then we cry, but,
Fair
Oh, no,
enough.
'cause then no, but Gengar would inch out immediately, actually, so it would
I
hurt,
just
but
I
it's the truth.
okay, okay, all right. I don't know. I really like Haunter. Like Haunter, I think especially in Gen 1, like sprites, I think Haunter is the coolest one of the three. Um Broadly, Gengar is the cooler one, but I think Haunter's really sick. But I mean, if you're that passionate about Dragonair, I'm down because I do really like Dragonair.
Yeah, I love my dragons.
All
I
right,
do feel yeah.
let's do it. I'm down with
Cool.
that. Squirtle versus Venusaur. I gotta go Squirtle.
Yeah, okay. Good, okay, I was gonna say Squirtle too, alright.
Good. All right, cool.
Ah, shit.
That makes me feel less like I'm asserting my will.
No, you're good, you're good.
Abra versus Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur?
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. So it's tough. It's tough. You know, starters, they got that advantage. Sandslash versus Scyther. I kinda
Scyther.
I was gonna say Scyther, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I hesitated, it's kinda clear.
They're
I'm
both
like
little claw guys, I like that. That's fun.
yeah.
Zapdos versus Magikarp. Iconic.
Zapdos.
Zapdos. Excuse me. Okay, Growlithe versus Rhydon.
Are you gonna say no to the baby? Are you gonna say no to the
I don't
baby?
think I can, he's so cute.
He's so dog-like in this sprite too.
Yeah.
You
Ah,
know when a dog gives you the side eye? That's Growlithe giving us the side eye, like, "You better
he's, like,
fucking
waiting to
look
get
at me."
fed.
Yeah, yes.
Alright, yeah, we're going with Growlithe, you're right. Ooh, 2 very iconic Pokemon, Clefable
This
and
sucks.
Poliwhirl.
Uh,
I feel like Poliwhirl's the more, probably iconic of the 2, but I think I like Clefable better. I don't know. What do you think?
I'll defer to you on this one because 'cause I'm stumped.
Alright, we'll do Clefable.
Alright,
I like that. Raichu versus Alakazam. I'm s
Raichu.
I'm stumping for Raichu. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want Raichu to go far in this competition. Alright, now this is where it gets dirty. Because Squirtle's gotta go up against a couple Pokemon I really like in these next couple rounds. Squirtle versus Dragonair. I'm obviously such a Squirtle person. So, I'm gonna vote for Squirtle,
We
but
can go Squirtle.
I
We
can
can go
definitely
Squirtle.
see an argument against it in favor of Dragonair. And I know how hard I'm gonna push for Blastoise later, so, uh,
Um,
I could be convinced, but I'm going Squirtle,
with these 2 up against each other, I do feel like Squirtle is way more iconic.
definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet, we'll go Squirtle. Yes. No! No! Oh my god, Bulbasaur versus Scyther. Oof.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, you're right. That sucks. Okay. Zapdos versus Growlithe. I gotta go Zapdos.
Yes,
Alright. Raichu versus Clefable.
Raichu.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Now here's where it gets dirty. These last couple are gonna be gross.
Jesus fuck, how many how oh my god,
We still have,
okay.
like, 3 more before we're out of this bracket. Squirtle versus Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur is more baby? Question mark.
I mean, look, Squirtle's asking for uppies in this photo. Look
Oh
at him.
god, god damn it, when you put it that way, I'm fucked. Oh god.
I gotta go Squirtle. He's literally like my favorite Pokemon line, right? Like I love Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is among my favorite Pokemon. I'm a Squirtle boy.
I don't have a good argument, honestly, Squirtle.
Hell yeah. Zapdos versus Raichu. No. It's like 2 of my favorite electric types. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Zapdos.
I'm gonna say Raichu because Zapdos is not my favorite legendary bird, and there are more birds to come.
Zapdos is my favorite legendary bird. So
Okay.
I know
Okay.
how hard I've argued for Raichu, so I don't know who I'm arguing for here.
Let's do Zapdos
Okay,
because I
sweet.
do not feel as strongly about Raichu as you do as Zapdos.
Okay, now it's down to this is so a true Sophie's
I'm gonna
choice.
let you handle this one.
Squirtle versus Zapdos. Okay, I'm gonna say Zapdos because of the Squirtle line, Squirtle is my second favorite, with Blastoise being number 1. So, And Zapdos is among my favorite Pokemon, period. It's definitely my favorite legendary Pokemon. I gotta go Zapdos.
Alright.
All right. Good. Good stuff. Okay. Next up, Marowak versus Weezing. Marowak?
Marowak, dead
Cool.
mom. Dead mom's
Yeah.
so sweet.
It's iconic.
Yep.
Oh my god, this Wartortle spread is so funny. Wartortle versus Articuno.
Articuno looks like a chicken. I
It does look
mean,
like a chicken. And, like,
I know
Moltres
they're both a
actually
bird,
looks like a
but it's
chicken,
more
but
chicken-like.
it does no, it really looks like chickeny. I don't know, do you have a
Articuno.
okay, I'm cool with that.
Articuno
Like,
is my favorite out of the 3 birds.
that's good enough for me.
Okay.
Because again, I love Wartortle, but, you know, it's Articuno. Weedle
Uh,
versus Electrode, I'm gonna say Weedle.
yeah, I don't care strongly about either of these,
I
so
don't
you
like
go ahead.
I don't love Voltorb or Electrode. It's the number one Pokemon I point to when people complain about modern Pokemon designs being lazy. It's like 2 of the original Pokemon were literally circles.
Oh my god, they're not lazy at all. People just don't like things that are different.
That's right.
They don't like change.
Arbok versus Chansey.
Arbok on principle, the Chansey's arms are too fucking long.
It does have creepy arms.
God, I mean, but also, like, technically, I would but, like, technically, I would've gone Arbok anyway.
Yeah, I just think Arbok is really sick. It's a really iconic design, you know? And
Yeah.
I like Chansey, but, you know, I think Blissey's the cooler one, so.
Yes, yes.
Drowsy versus Poliwag. I like
Poliwag.
Drowsy.
Fuck.
Ooh, okay. Um, that's fine. We can go with Poliwag. I like Poliwag a lot too. Mankey versus Execute. I'm gonna say Mankey.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I love his little pig nose. Ivysaur versus Kangaskhan. I gotta go Ivysaur. Ivysaur is my favorite of that line. I got him tattooed on me because I think he's so cool.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh,
Okay,
you've
that's
never seen
sad.
that one? Yeah, I got
No.
a thigh tattoo. It's like it's the Ken Sugimori like original card art, but it's done in like American tattoo style.
Oh,
Actually,
cool.
let me see if I can. Nope,
It's
that's gonna be too hard to lift my leg up that high. I was like, I could stand, right? It's like, nope, that's not gonna work.
standing on your chair.
Yeah, that's not
Your
gonna work.
gamer chair.
What do you think?
Yeah, we can go Ivysaur. I do like Kangaskhan better?
Yeah.
I questioned the name. I was like, "Really?" But, like, yeah, Ivysaur, that's fine.
Yeah, I like Kangaskhan a lot, but I think Ivysaur is the better
I
one.
cannot believe that they just so happen to be seated together, and they're both directly face on
It's
with
very
with
funny.
the view of which they're
Snorlax
drawn.
versus Shelder. I Snorlax.
Snorlax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
duh. He might clean up this whole bracket. Kadabra versus Geodude. I'm gonna say Kadabra.
Kadabra.
Cool. All right, Primate versus Sea King.
Primeape looks insane.
I love it. I love his the little angry twitch. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
He looks squished.
He does. He looks like he got smashed against the pavement.
Yeah.
Like
He
he's just
was real yeah, he was fucking yeah, throwing blows at somebody and got his
I'm
dome messed up.
gonna say Primate.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
What even is that one? I fucking forget the name.
Sea King.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's a reason you forget him. He's probably the most bland water type of all the water types.
Yeah.
Like,
But
not
Chop looks like a Muppet.
he does. Oh my god, I love it. It's Machop versus Gyarados. I love Muppet Machop, but it's Gyarados.
Yeah. Oh god.
Top Pokemon.
His ribs.
Oh, Machoke is next, and he looks even weirder. Machoke versus Electabuzz. I love Electabuzz personally.
Yeah, I don't feel too strongly about either of these to really go either way, so
Sweet. Nidoking versus Hypno. I like both of these Pokemon a lot, but
Nidoking,
Nidoking's the dude.
hands down.
Persian versus Golbat. I'm a big Persian fan.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Parasect versus Machamp. I prefer Parasect.
I like Machamp better.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Alright. Here we go.
Charizard versus Omastar. I love Omastar, but it has to be Charizard.
Yes.
Okay. Bummer. Bye,
Dragon.
buddy. Raticate versus Kabutops.
Kabutops look so derpy.
He does. So does Raticate a little bit. His teeth are
Yeah.
funny. I don't really have a strong opinion on this one.
Me neither. Kabutops on the principle of fucking blade arms.
Yeah, he's cooler. That's cool.
Yeah.
Omanite versus Onyx. I like Omanite better.
Really?
Yeah,
Not Onyx?
I think Ammonite is just really cute. I like snails.
Have you ever
But,
eaten snails?
yeah, I have.
So
I I
delicious.
like it, yeah.
I love it.
I'm an adventurous eater. I'll try anything twice.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Onyx is definitely the more iconic Pokemon, so I'm down to
That's
defer
what
to
I'm
you on that one.
saying. Onyx is iconic. It's so he's a big guy. I am awesome at articulating my opinion.
He's like
He's
the
just
OG boss fight,
yes.
you
You know
know?
what I mean? Right? Like, when you're, on your first sitting out on your Pokemon journey, gym 1, you gotta go up against Brock's Onyx, and, if you don't have a Squirtle, you might be fucked. It's an interesting fight. Um
Especially in yellow, that was like a really if you weren't, clever enough to go get a
Yes.
Nidoran with double kick, or a Mankey, that was
Yeah.
definitely a tough one.
Oh, yeah. So, that's how I feel.
Alright, yeah, we'll go with Onyx. I think
Okay.
that's cool. Alright, Pikachu versus Tangela. It's Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah.
Rip Tangela, I love you. Lickitung versus Staryu?
I'm inclined to go Staryu.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hitmonlee versus Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff looks like a Homestar Runner character.
Was
The
Bubs, right?
eye
The yeah.
bulbs, the bulb's eyes.
I think Hitmonlee.
Shit.
You wanna go Wigglytuff?
I don't feel that strongly, to be honest, but I'm just like, "Oh, Wigglytuff is so cute."
I like them both, yeah. I just feel like Wigglytuff is like it's got the Raichu problem, but I don't like it as much as Raichu.
Right, 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 right. Okay, let's go
Hitmonlee?
Hitmonlee.
Cool. Alright. Psyduck versus Porygon. Gotta be Porygon for me.
Really? Not Psyduck as a water Pokemon guy?
I
Really?
love I
Why?
love water Pokemon. I like Psyduck a lot. Obviously, very iconic Pokemon, from its, usage in the anime and everything, but I love Porygon. I love the Porygon line. He's such a weird little freak, and the fact that, there was, the whole, seizure episode and everything, he's so, they just, never acknowledge his existence, outside of giving, evolutions and stuff, you know? I think he's a cute little guy.
Yeah, I love the computer duck, but, I like the
The real duck.
IRL water duck. Yeah. God, it's just, Psyduck is just, he has a headache all the time, and that's why he holds his noggin like that, because it always hurts, and yet he trucks along anyway. He's so strong for that. He's so brave for that, and,
He is.
I think that's exactly the problem with Porygon, right? Is that, it's such an underdeveloped Pokemon as a public personality.
Mm.
You're just kinda like, "Yeah, it's there." And it's a great design, great Pokemon, but I think, the ethos of Psyduck is just so loved and celebrated for a reason, and
You've
that's why
made
I'm leaning Psyduck.
you've made a passionate enough plea for my taste. We'll go Psyduck.
I feel like I'm in debate club.
That's the
We're,
whole yeah, that's
the
what that's
most
the
polite debate club. I'm not good at debating. I'm just like, "Yeah, have it. Sure, yeah."
Hey, you won Psyduck the round, so who's to say you're
That's
not good?
true. That's true. Thank you.
Voltorb Meowth? Meowth.
Meowth.
Yeah.
'Cause we already determined earlier on, we're not crazy about the circle guys in this generation.
No, they're I think of the probably the worst designs in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Dragonite v Grimer, it's Dragonite, even though this
Yeah.
Dragonite is so lanky.
You made him look nasty.
I
Dragonite is
know.
like he's like, "I'm gonna take your lunch." Mew what the fuck is that?
Oh my
What the fuck
god.
is that? Oh
Yeah,
my
the
god.
original Mew looks like a fetus, let's not mince words about it. It's,
Oh,
it's
it's like a
something else.
combination of a fetus and the sperm that made it. Sorry. Was
No, you're
that
good.
officially the grossest joke I've made on the podcast?
It
That's
might
alright, everybody. That's the furthest I go. I will not do any worse than that from
we
now.
found the
I
line, we found the line.
We found the line. God damn it.
I'll tell you what, it was gross, but I appreciated it, you know? It wasn't
Don't worry. I feel terrible for it leaving my mouth. We're not gonna do that again,
you
guys.
don't have to feel
We're not gonna
terrible.
do that
Please,
again.
it's good. You're good. It's Blastoise. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon. I will until there's one that you're gonna passionately argue against, my thing I'm gonna say about Blastoise every time is Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon.
Well,
It
I was
must go
gonna
forward.
I was already thinking about my argument for Mew,
Go for it
before
if you
this.
got one.
Hours. No, 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 no. I was thinking about it all day. I don't know why only Mew, but I was like, "Oh, 151. That means Mew's gonna be in there, and that's gonna be really nice. Look at this abomination." Who who would get on the world stage and argue for this this cretin? This isn't it's so it's so gross looking. But, like and I was really gonna look at you, Pete, and say, "This is God. This is God. How can we not, advocate for God and the advancement of, like, who is the best Pokemon?"
I know you're always eating those Jesus crackers, so
I gotta restock. This is
the snack that blasphemes back.
The snack that blasphemes back. I gotta write that down. I got
You can have that one for free.
Blastoise. Let's go Blastoise.
Blastoise is the man. Gengar Cloyster.
What?
I love Cloyster so much. This is the worst, but it's Gengar.
I'm
Gengar is
begging you guys to not be audio only for this episode, at
you
least
gotta look at these
for
sprites.
one of these listens. Oh my what have they done to my boy?
I love
Gengar!
he looks so he's so round. Like, he's, like, almost a circle, but, like, he's just got his little, like, Muppet arms. It's
For
so
me, like, his shoulders are too far up and too defined.
they're, like, up to his arms go up to his ears. Like, it's so funny.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I like that Cloyster, you can't see his mouth. It's just his little eyes sticking out.
I can kinda make out a mouth. He looks cramped, though. He's like, "Ooh,
He
yeesh."
does.
Uh,
It's Gengar, right? I
it's
mean
Gengar, even though he looks like, a fucking knockoff version. We have
that's
Gengar
the
at
original
home.
Gengar. Oh, this is a bummer.
Oh, this is a
Ninetales versus
bummer.
Slowbro. I love both of these Pokemon.
Ninetales looks hilarious. He's like, "Oh."
We should make a video where we just, like, show the sprite and then we try to make a voice that we think matches it.
Oh my god.
I'm going with Slowbro,
Yeah,
just because he's one of my favorite Pokemon.
I will go Slowbro as well.
Cool. Vaporeon versus Jigglypuff.
Aw.
I gotta go Vaporeon. I think that, Jigglypuff is definitely the more iconic character. It's in Smash, it was in the anime, it was, like, a secondary mascot for a while, but Vaporeon's my personal favorite of the original 3 evolutions. It's my second favorite overall. I think it has the cuteness factor that Jigglypuff has, but it also is, like, very cool and, like, mystical and,
Mhm.
it's got a signature move in acid armor, and it's, like, the only Pokemon that can use that. I just think it's so cool. So I wanna vote for it.
I will go Vaporeon. Let's go.
Sweet.
Vaporeon.
Vulpix versus Nidoran, male. That's tough.
Look at that. It's like you God damn
It's
it.
so funny how much Vulpix just looks like a fox.
Oh,
Like, it just looks like a
which
fo
is correct. Like, if you're like, "This is a fox Pokemon," it's like, "Yeah,
that
it
sure is.
is." But it's not Vulpix. That's not the baby I know.
Do you
Oh
have a
god.
preference among these 2?
Do you?
I like them both. Like, I really like Nidoran male, but, like, I also it's like the other ones in its line like, Nidoking is the one that I'm the most passionate about of the 3, and,
Right.
like, I think Vulpix is one of the best designs of, like, a gen like, a stage 1 Pokemon, so I'd be happy to see that one go forward too.
Yeah, let's go Vulpix 'cause I like Vulpix better. I gotta stop I really gotta stop, like, focusing in on the sprites.
And then these are the 2 that come up next, yeah.
Can I just get a screenshot? I gotta go no, wait, I can just Google it. Holy shit! Golem also ate a bunch of bees, and they snuck into the orifices of his back. Oh my god. Who stepped in and was like, "I gotta thank them"? Who stepped in and was like, "These are bad and we should redo
We
them"?
gotta fix these up. Uh, oh, I don't
Holy
I don't
shit.
know, that's a good question, I don't know. Rapidash, right?
Rapidash.
Yeah, okay. Not passionate about the Golem
Oh
line
my
personally.
god.
Okay, Nidorino versus Aerodactyl. I'm gonna say
Ye
Aerodactyl as much as I love Nidorino.
yeah, Nidorino, what I'm gonna say is you look so cool. He
Yeah,
looks so cool,
he's a
but
very cool Pokemon.
he's like
It's like it's
yeah.
like, the little jump he makes at the beginning of, like, Red, like, this looks like kind of the end of that
Yeah,
animation, you know? But yeah,
but what the fuck is his name again?
Aerodactyl.
I said pterodactyl.
Pterodactyls. Yeah, he's the dude, he's so cool. Spearow versus Oddish. I think Oddish is the cuter Pokemon, and I'm not a big Spearow guy, so I'd go with Oddish probably.
I guess I'm not big on either of them, but, Spearow is more iconic to me
It
'cause
is
it's a bully. It's like the
yeah,
bully Pokemon.
they, like, in the pilot, there's, like,
But
that whole thing.
should I advocate for the bully to win? Bullying is not good. Let's go Oddish.
Cool. Marowak, Articuno. Articuno,
Articuno.
definitely. Cool. Weedle, Arbok. Arbok,
Arbok.
cool. Poliwag, Mankey.
Poliwag?
Yeah, works for me. Ooh, Ivysaur, Snorlax. I think I personally probably like Ivysaur more, but I think Snorlax is just such an iconic Pokemon. I feel like that's tough to ignore.
Fuck. I mean, I'm gonna say Snorlax,
Okay.
but
It's a bummer. Yeah, I hate to bounce Ivysaur, but
yeah.
Snorlax is, he's one of the OGs.
Oh, yeah.
Kadabra versus Primeape. This is kind of hard. I feel like Kadabra probably though.
Yes. Yeah. That was easy for me,
Cool.
honestly.
This one's the easy one for me. Gyarados, Electabuzz.
Gyarados.
Absolutely adore Electabuzz, but Gyarados is one of the sickest Pokemon there is. Nidoking versus Persian, two of my favorites, two of my original team members. I like Nidoking better, but I could be swayed.
Nidoking. Nidoking
Cool.
is way cooler.
I love you, Persian. Goodbye. Machamp, Charizard. It's Charizard, right?
Charizard.
Yeah, of course. Kabutops and Onyx. I
What are you
like
feeling?
I like Kabutops better, but I think Onyx again is more iconic. I think it's probably a cooler design overall, but I've never been able to get over the fact that Onyx is just not very good. And like as much as I like it, it's never been super usable. So I don't have a super strong attachment to it aside from it being a character in the anime, but even there it's like has kind of a minor role. So I don't know. I
You've won me over.
I don't love
Kabutops.
either of these Pokemon that much.
Yeah.
Pikachu versus Staryu. Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Yeah. This is gonna be a bloodbath, by the way.
I
The
know. I'm
last
not
couple on this is gonna be
I didn't really think about this. I was just, like, making a fun chart with my friend P, and
it's gonna
it's
get
gonna get
rough here
really
pretty
bad.
soon. Alright, Psyduck versus Hitmonlee.
Psyduck.
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright.
Dragonite versus Meowth.
Dragonite.
Dragonite,
Mean
cool.
Dragonite.
Blastoise versus Gengar. I'm ready to go to bat for Blastoise against every other Pokemon in this bracket. So where are we at? Sierra's grabbing her Gengar plush. Oh no.
You look at him and you tell him. You tell him.
I will look at him right in his mischievous little face and tell him that Blastoise is the best Pokemon there is, Gengar.
Let's go Blastoise.
Yes! Oh, yes, good. Okay. Slowbro Vaporeon. Jesus, this is like all this bracket is like all my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. Okay.
Vaporeon is way cooler, in my opinion.
Vaporeon is way cooler. I think I still like Slowbro better because I like how uncool he is. He's
I guess
he's very derpy, and I like that about him.
this is toxic about me, but, like, I kinda think that psychic Pokemon, like, have an edge over a lot of types and just are generally cooler,
Yeah.
so, more powerful. So, like, I would say like, between these 2, I would say Slowbro is, like, a Pokemon I would put in my party over Vaporeon, so I'm
Yeah.
happy to go Slowbro.
I'm inclined to pick it too, just because I think, again, I love both of them, but of the two, I think Slowbro is the more versatile Pokemon. Rapidash Vulpix?
I like Vulpix more.
Me too.
How do you feel? Okay.
I'm with you. I like Vulpix better. I think Rapidash is cool, but Vulpix is just so cute.
We haven't seen Mewtwo, have we?
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
He's coming up
Okay.
though. Actually, I can see him. He's coming up in this
Okay.
bracket pretty soon. Oh,
Alright.
he's in this bracket. Jesus. Okay. All right. Aerodactyl versus Oddish.
Aerodactyl.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. Okay. Articuno Arbok.
Articuno.
Yeah. Agreed. Snorlax Poliwag. Snorlax. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Ooh, Gyarados Alakazam. I'm gonna say Gyarados because he's
Yes.
one of my favorite Pokemon. Sweet. Nidoking versus Charizard.
I want you to picture them in a battle. Who's gonna win?
If it's my Nidoking, it's Nidoking
True, true, true.
because he's
Okay,
got
okay, okay.
Surf.
Touche. Oh, fuck.
Here's the thing. I I like Nidoking better. I think Nidoking is a really cool Pokemon. I think he's one that's like stood the test of time, but Charizard is like one of the faces of the franchise. I know how much you like Charizard. If you want to go Charizard, I'll defer to you on that one.
Yeah, let's go Charizard, thank
Yeah,
you.
of course. Pikachu Kabutops. It's Pikachu, right?
Yeah. Pikachu's gonna glide for a little bit, maybe.
I don't know how many more easy. He's
I
got
don't
maybe
know,
one or
yeah,
two easy ones left, but
yeah.
we're getting there. Psyduck Dragonite. Dragonite.
Dragonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we're on the same page there.
No disrespect to Psyduck. Ugh. Slowbro Blastoise. I've made cases for both these Pokemon. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon.
Blastoise.
Vulpix Aerodactyl. I'm gonna say Aerodactyl.
Fuck. Once again, it is cool versus baby.
So my reasoning with Aerodactyl here is I like both of these Pokemon. I think they both are really good designs. I don't know that there's one that I have a preference for there. I like Aerodactyl because there was a period during like Gen 4 where he was like a really, really good lead Pokemon, and I just used it a lot. So I'm just a little more connected to Aerodactyl, I think.
Let's go Aerodactyl.
Okay. Articuno Snorlax. How do you feel?
Articuno?
Yeah, you said Articuno is your favorite
Yeah.
legendary, right? Or legendary bird.
Out of the birds, yes.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, that's cool. I love Snorlax, but if that's how strongly you feel about Articuno, I think that's good enough for me. Gyarados versus Charizard. I prefer Gyarados. Hold on one second. Now I'm gonna grab some plushes. Okay, I
Let me
have
see.
both of them.
Are those amigurumis or are they
I don't know actually. They are vintage from the
Oh, they're,
90s.
like, old.
Yeah, they are
Oh,
old,
okay.
old boys. They're Hasbros. Yeah, my grandmother, rest in peace, won these for me in a radio contest, which is
Aw.
a very old-fashioned sentence. But yeah,
Oh,
she knew how
yeah.
much I loved Pokemon, and she won. I have like four more from that set. There's like these two and like a Pikachu, a couple other guys.
That's so
Um,
cool.
yeah, and
Mm.
yeah. So I mean, I know why Charizard is, it's iconic. It's this, it's that. I just like Gyarados better. I think Gyarados is such an exceptionally cool Pokemon, and again, one that's had real staying power, even though it's not a starter or a legendary or whatever. It's just a really sick Pokemon with a cool design and a good move pool and good stats. So I love it. I have such a passion for it, but I also it's like if this is your starter Pokemon, then this is the one you're going to go to bat for, and I get that.
Yeah, I guess, like, for me, like, I I don't think there's actually ever been a point in my career playing Pokemon where I ever was in a position to choose one of the original 3 as a starter. Cause like, I started with yellow. I
Right.
didn't start with red and blue, but through the anime and just through, like, playing the the other Pokemon games and, like, being reintroduced to the starter Pokemon that way, um, I've just come to really love, like, the Charizard line, like, and then, like, and I feel strongly that, like, Charizard is, like, the most, like, yeah. I mean, for now, I will go on record to say I think, like, Charizard is, like, the most iconic, like, final evolution of a starter Pokemon, because like,
I think that's fair to say. I think Charizard
um
transcends Pokemon in a way that no other Pokemon except for, like, Pikachu does, you know?
yeah, and then, like, Charizard, like, has had just, like, so many, like, what's it called? Like, in Gen 6 or Gen 5? 7? 7? Fuck, I can't count. I think it's 6.
5's black and white, 6 is X and Y, 7
6,
is
okay, so it is 6.
Sun
6
and
when
Moon.
he gets the dual, Mega Evolution forms,
Yeah.
and, he's just being whether as, like, a character in the anime or, like, in the video games, just been, like, reincarnated, like, so many ways, like, take that as to mean whatever you might think it means, but, like, um, yeah, like,
To back you up
I'm
on
pretty
that, Mega Gyarados is not cool.
I remember Mega Gyarados being, like, really fucked up looking.
He's just like I feel like he's supposed to look like a certain kind of fish or something like
He's
that,
like a
and
he looks like a tube,
his
right?
body's just, like, super wide, and it's like a long tube. Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah,
It's
Mega
very
tube.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
so
If you wanna go for Charizard, I get it.
okay,
Alright, it's
yeah.
okay. Rest in peace, Gyarados. Pikachu Dragonite.
Fuck. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm actually going to go Dragonite on this
Oh,
one.
cool. Okay, me too.
Yeah. Um, what's it called? My boyfriend's favorite Pokemon, or, like, one of them is Dragonite, and I've developed, like, a fondness for him. Pikachu, I feel like Pikachu doesn't need this. Pikachu doesn't need any sort of accolade like this.
Yeah, Pikachu's
We
already
know.
the mascot, right?
We
Like,
we
we don't
know.
he doesn't need to win the bracket, you
Yeah,
know? We get it.
exactly.
And it's like, I love Pikachu, right? Like, even though he wasn't the mascot, he'd be a great iconic Pokemon. But, like, Dragon Age, Sarah's yelling divorce down the stairs to me because she loves
I
Pikachu.
heard that! I
Oh, that
heard
that that came up on the audio, so that's official now. Damn, you heard it here first, kids. Uh,
Oh my god.
so what I was gonna say before I got divorced was that, Dragonite, I think, is also a very iconic Pokemon in its own right. Like, obviously, the episode of the anime about, like, the, secret Pokemon in the lighthouse is, like, a super memorable one of the early run. It had that appearance in the first movie with where it's, like, the delivery,
I
uh, guy,
know.
and, like, there's the card based on that Dragonite that's so adorable. Like, he's just so cute, and I love his, like, big, soft, like, Barney energy, but then, like, also sometimes he's like, "Oh, unless it's time to fuck shit up," you know? When we gotta take down Team Rocket with Lance, then it's like, "Alright, he's a bad motherfucker," but
Right,
I
right.
love that about him. He's so versatile. Alright, Dragonite. Blastoise versus Aerodactyl?
Easily
Blastoise.
Blastoise.
Sweet. Now is an interesting one. Sierra, Articuno versus Charizard. Where do you land on this?
I do go Charizard. The reason why is because dragon. Even though he's not officially right? He's not officially
No,
dragon
yeah, but
type,
he's a dragon, right?
but he's a dragon. Lizard dragon, whatever.
Okay, Dragonite versus Blastoise. It's Blastoise. For me, it's Blastoise.
I need to think about this even if I know the right answer.
That's fine. You get it. I get it. You gotta deliberate. These are not decisions to be made lightly.
It's Blastoise.
Yes! Awesome.
He has cannons he has can at some point, I have to make up credentials, with which to eliminate one or the other, and he has cannons in his fucking bag.
He has freaking cannons. Alright? Come on.
He's
He's a
very Digimon coded.
he's a tortoise with cannons, guys. That is the coolest thing that's ever been designed by people.
Fuck.
Alright, Charizard versus Blastoise. This is one I don't, you know, this is a tale as old as time, and I know that, I guess according to Game Freak, I'm on the wrong side of this argument, but Blastoise is better than Charizard. I'm coming out and saying it. Oh, what? Yeah! That's my guy right
Aw.
there. Blastoise is my favorite Pokemon. He was my first Pokemon. I love Blastoise. He's exceptionally cool. And I feel like, like, not to be a hipster about it, but I think it's cool to like the one that's not the mascot. It's like, come on.
It's cool to be
Charizard's
the opposition,
everywhere. He's on everything. He gets brought back in every generation. He
but he's
he get
everywhere for a reason.
yeah, but what about my guy? My guy's great too, and he doesn't get to be Gigantamaxed. He doesn't get two
He doesn't get one?
evolutions. No, at least I don't think he did. No, maybe he did. Nah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't.
He also can't
Maybe I'm
fly.
shooting from the hip on that one. But either way, I like him better, and I can't come up with a better argument than that. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I was like so, like, last week in this matchup, Charizard literally loses, but Charizard versus many other Pokemon, he dominates, and he can fly and blow fire, and
He can do that.
yeah, and he's he's a magnificent motherfucker. They both are, but, like, I'm endeared to anything that can fly or is a dragon.
I get you.
So,
All right, coin flip time. I think.
yeah, it is
All
coin
right,
flip
let's do it.
time.
So I don't have a coin in front of me, but I do have a D20. So I'm thinking,
Evens
well,
and odds.
yeah, you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Which one do you want?
Can I have even?
Yeah, you can have evens.
Okay.
Cool. All right, let's see. Odds
Alright,
7. My boy, he made it.
for now.
My boy, he made it. For now, you're right.
Oh,
Okay.
we are at the end.
Oh, shoot. Is this the end?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. We made it, gang. Okay. Wow. Two of my favorite Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Zapdos versus Blastoise.
Oof.
Yo, I can't believe Blastoise made it. I really thought it would come
Well,
down to a coin flip eventually. And man, whew,
I'm mm,
you got a spicy take for me here?
I don't feel strongly about one over the other.
Like as the pick between the two?
Yeah, I really don't. Nope. Um, like, I'd be happy if it was Zapdos, I'd be happy if it was Blastoise. It could go either way.
I mean, I'm at the kind of the same boat in terms of I certainly wouldn't be disappointed to see either of these two. These are like if I had to pick my top 3 favorite Pokemon, these would probably be 2 of the 3, you know?
Right.
So like, yeah, I'm certainly not disappointed about that. Um, I'd go Blastoise just because he's my favorite, but
Right.
I totally see the argument for Zapdos as like a legendary, and if we want to do the which one would win in a fight, Zapdos would win.
But I don't yeah, you know what, it's Blastoise for me because like, Zapdos is not my favorite out of the birds at all. As a chocobo bird, when he gets that Galarian form that's fucking awesome, but that's not
Wait a
what we're
minute.
looking at right now.
Did we ever see Moltres? I don't think we did. Oh man, that better be the only Pokemon missing. Are there other ones missing? That's an interesting question.
Tune in next week on Nintendo Noise when we go back down the bracket and check which ones we missed.
That would be. We do like a Patreon episode. Like, all right, here's the other Pokemon. This is the losers bracket because they weren't even on the bracket.
Oh my god, I feel like that was all of them. Wait,
I don't
all
feel like I can't think of another evolutionary line or anything that's missing. But now, like once you said the 3 birds, I'm like, I remember.
oh my god, Beedrill is missing. We didn't see Beedrill. Not
Yeah,
once.
you're totally right. So there's some Pokemon missing. Yo, that's so messed up. It's literally says all 151 at the top. That's crazy.
We're also missing Jolteon,
Well, yeah, and Flareon too.
Flareon.
I definitely thought there was gonna be another bracket.
Ah, fuck these guys. Whoever made this, the trio,
I don't Hey, fuck you.
Graveler. We didn't see Graveler, right?
No, we did see Graveler.
Oh, we did see
We
Graveler.
did.
Okay, right. Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it.
Cubone. Oh my god.
All
Didn't
right.
say Cubone, just Marowak. Alright.
So now I guess that's yeah. You know what, Sierra? Frankly, I'm down. I'm down to do that later. Maybe not next week, but
Yeah.
I think maybe we do that at some point. We'll pull the other guys and put them in their own bracket.
Yeah, we'll do a quick,
Interesting, man.
yeah.
That makes this even crazier because so many of the Pokemon that made it were my favorite Pokemon. So many of them.
I know, I wonder how it could have gone if it was seeded differently.
Yeah, because there were some early
Wow.
upsets for sure. And I mean the second bracket was so stacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although you know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe this isn't the last choice.
We didn't see Grimer either. Alright, well, let's just
Yeah,
decide.
let's see what happens. All right, I'm
Blastoise.
gonna say Blastoise. No, okay, that's the final round. Yeah, there we go. I
Title
don't.
of bracket. This is extremely incorrect bracket.
uh, 151, I guess.
151, more like 148.
Something like that. I'm very interested to see how many we're actually missing now, but very funny that it took us until then because I thought there was another bracket. It wasn't until we got to the end I was like, oh shoot, that's it.
It's at least 5.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what? It's
6.
good because honestly, we're out of time. So this is, if there's enough to do another bracket, we can always do a second part. But yeah, this was a blast. Thank you so much for being down to do this with me, Sierra. I had so
Oh,
much
of
fun
course.
doing this with
We
you.
should do the rest of the generations.
I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I think that's a good way to go about it is maybe we'll do like a losers bracket for 151 and we can see if we want to get some of the other guys into the mix.
Alright.
And then yeah, we could do it for every other generation.
Sweet.
Oh, and then we could reseed them later.
Oh, the best ones from all
And
the
yeah,
generations.
and you could pull in,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
the top 4 from every generation or something and, like, make a new seed so that it's not just the winners because that would be pretty short. But
Totally.
yeah, that'd be fun. Cool. Well, let us know if you guys are interested in that. If you had as much fun with this episode as we did, definitely let us know in the comments over on our Discord by writing into the email address. However, you want to get in touch, you can do all that and much more by heading over to flipscreen.games. That's our website where you'll find all the places we are all over the web, including our sister shows, the Flip Screen Games podcast and the Steam Deck podcast. However, you choose to get involved or show your support, thank you oh so much for joining us here on another episode of Nintendo Noise. For the crew, I've been Pete. She's been Sierra. We'll see you next week, Pokemon Masters.